Hello again, I'm Brian Zana, owner of City Datsuns, and this is your City Datsuns part of the week. This week, another new part. Very excited about these. They are the rear axle collars for your bearings. So, until recently, I had thought that Nissan was running low on these. I know they hadn't been producing them for a while, but I thought that they were running real low. I contacted my contact at Nissan America, and he told me that he didn't have very many sets left here in the United States, that most of them had been bought out. I asked him about over in Japan, and he told me the same thing. He says they have some at the warehouse, but limited numbers. Couldn't give me a round number, couldn't tell me exactly how many. So I decided, you know what? We need them. I know I need them. I have a race car, 1600 race car, and so axles break, bearings wear out, things like that happen, so you need to have these parts. So again, a little selfish of me, I wanted to make sure that I had these available to me, and I didn't have to pay through the nose for them, because as genuine Nissan parts start running in short supply, people start putting the prices higher. Well, it's supply and demand. I can't blame them for that. I'm just saying I don't want to pay those extra high prices for a part. So what I did was I had these made. Now, the type of steel that axle collars are made from are what's called a type of spring steel. It's not spring like your leaf spring steel or your front coil spring steel. What it means is that the steel has some stretch or flexibility to it, so that when you go to press them onto your axles, they don't split or they don't crack. So that's what it means. I believe, and I'm no engineer, but I believe that these were made out of 64N spring steel. I went with the company's engineer, and he assured me that they make axle collars for many cars, and that this is the same steel type they've been using on those axle collars. So I felt pretty confident. I also sent them an original Nissan one for them to compare, and they said that this is going to be every bit as good as the genuine Nissan ones. So they said no worries about it, and I said, you know what, if you're not worried about it, I'm not worried about it, to the point where I'm offering a 1-year free replacement warranty on these if they start to slip or whatnot. Obviously the warranty is void once you decide to take a cold chisel and knock them off because you got to change your bearings, or if you decide to press them off to change your bearings. Once you press them off, these are kind of a one-use only thing. You should not be pressing them off and then pressing the same collar back on. Again, remember, it's spring steel, it's going to stretch. When you press it off, it's stretching again to come off. So you're running the risk that this collar is not going to stay seated where it should be if you use it more than the one time it's supposed to be used. So why don't we take a closer look at it? All right, so here you see it. It's a beautiful piece. Like I said, it's patterned directly off of the original Nissan axle collar. It has the exact same dimensions. There's nothing changed about it. There's no need to mess around with what's worked on these cars for many, many years. So this is exactly the same dimensions. Nothing's changed. If you sat this side by side and took a digital caliper to it, to a genuine Nissan one, you would see that it is absolutely a precisely made piece. There should be no issues with it failing for you or not going on the axle, pressing on the way it's supposed to. I've already tested that and presses on just fine, no issues. It's just a really nice piece. I have sold quite a few of these already, and I've gotten some really good positive feedback from it. So really happy with them. And again, after I did my initial research with Nissan America, I've now found out that another vendor has a contact over in Japan, and they were able to source quite a few of these, way more than I thought that were even out there. But I have them now as well, and they're a bit cheaper than the original genuine Nissan because they are not genuine Nissan, but nonetheless, they are an identical replica of it. And they're available now at citydatsuns.com. So there you have it, folks, in City Datsuns part of the week. The rear axle bearing collar. Going to retain that bearing on there for you. Replaces the one that you should not reuse. Can't say that enough times. And it's not just because I want to sell them, it's because it's for your own safety to make sure that those parts don't fail. The last thing you need is your axle bearing sliding up the shaft, or this falling off, coming loose and sliding down into your differential or something. It would not be good. So one-time use, 1-year warranty, and you can find it at citydatsuns.com. As always, thank you so much for your purchases and your support. It allows me to continue having new parts made, which I just love doing for you. Like I said, stay tuned. I have 2 really big parts in the works right now. The one I don't want to quite mention yet because tooling costs have really gotten expensive for stamped pieces, and this is a stamped piece in stainless. And I just don't know if it's going to be feasible to get it done this year. May have to wait another year for prices to start coming back down to the normal ridiculous prices as opposed to the new normal ridiculous prices. So thank you so much for your support. And until next time, keep those beautiful Datsuns running.